What's going on,
Hey,
Bob?
sir.
Let's see if this works. Find out in a second. Bobby, where you live, Bobby?
Uh, Abilene, Texas.
In Abilene. All right. Are you with James Cox?
I'm not currently at the dojo right now.
But I mean, that's where you go train, right? That's where you
Yes,
do you teach there, or what do you do?
I am assistant instructor.
Okay, sweet. All right, I'm getting everybody logged in here, guys. Good to see everybody. Good morning. What's up, Andrew? Andrew, and where are you at, Andrew? You in Texas as well? Hold on, you got it. There you
Yes,
go.
sir, I am.
Are you an Abilene guy as well?
Yes, sir.
All right. Texas in the house. I
Yeah,
like
let's
it.
rock and roll.
So, guys, today, if this works the way I want it to, we'll see here in a second. I'm going to try to do a presentation that's going to take probably 2 days to do. So we'll see if we'll get this rocking and rolling, provided what's going on? Well, know what buttons. There we go. That's working there. Sweet. So we're live now on. Let's see if this works. Trying to make sure I don't get feedback. Find out in a second. Bobby, where you live, Bobby? See, it's already there. I like it. All right. I'm gonna start logging people in here. Let's rock and roll.
What, sir?
Getting everybody logged in here. We're getting everybody rocking and rolling. All right, guys, if you got questions here, let's drop them here at the end. I'm gonna hit this record button. We got 5 minutes to officially start, but I'm gonna get started a little early. I'm gonna see how fast we can get people in here.
Let's rock and roll it.
So, hey, Crystal, are you seeing this screen real quick? Perfect. All right.
Yes.
I like it. It works. It works. I like it when stuff works. Good stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the last few people logged in here. Make sure this fly doesn't kill me. Hey, so Crystal, real quick, Crystal, you said you guys are right around 50 or so right now. Is that right?
54, yeah.
54. What do you think? You still got 2 days to go. What do you think you're gonna end the month at?
I'm looking at 65,
Okay, sweet. And then student count right now is currently,
167.
what's it gonna take to get you guys to 200, you think?
Well, we have 6 local schools that we're going to do field days at, and we're in several vendor events for the next month and a half. So I think just getting out and getting seen more is going to be the trick.
Okay.
And then we're also doing an honor roll promotion. So I got into 8 schools for that. All of those schools are over 800.
Okay.
So I'm hoping just being seen is going to get us there. Because when
Okay.
they get in, Travis is, the floor is fire. So I just got to get
So
them in.
so before we got, I'm getting everybody logged in here, just to kind of give some context here, because this is, there's a local school here that has 3 locations, and we're going through some stuff. So, let's say you hit you feel confident with 60, right? I mean, you feel pretty confident with there. That would put you at 359 as your average per student per month. And that's really 350, 300 should be everyone's minimum. Like, so just so everybody has context, if you want to know where you measure in success of things, 5 years ago, 2020, 2021, 250 would have been that number. 300 should be the number now. 350, 400, you're hitting the exceptional mark. And so to give you context here, their school's 167 students. If they hit their target, they'll be at 65, so they'll beat that. But hitting it short, they'll be at a 359 average per student per month. So if you have 150 students at $359 a month times 12, it's $650,000 school. That should be 2.5 people, 30%, 40% profit margin for an owner. Like these are things you can just calculate. It takes emotion out of the game. So when you can build a business based off of math and logic and good skill sets, right? So that's where you want to go. So, right now, and of course, like, you have a couple hockey stick months in there, right? What did you guys do at the holiday sale last year?
Last year we did 112.
Yeah, so they did a 6-figure month. How many 6-figure months did you guys have last year?
Last year we had 2 6 figures, and then Christmas in July brought in 89.
So almost 3 of that, right? So, and that's how you guys, if you understand what's important about this fly keeps trying to attack me over here. It likes me. Is when you can calculate that, when is it right to hire another staff member? For Crystal, it's like, hey, do I want to take on more work? Crystal does a lot of work, or do we want to bring on extra help? Because if you look at professional sports, good to see everybody on a Tuesday. Okay, Taco Tuesday, guys. Professional sports, there's multiple times you see athletes, they want the max contract. And then in the era that we live in sports, when they do this too often, they limit the amount of money they have to go get other players. So Tom Brady's like, hey, I'll take less money, because Tom Brady knew he was going to make more money in the long haul. After his playing career, he was going to be able to make as much money as he needed to doing whatever, commentating, owning a team. Now owns a team, right? You got 5% of an NFL franchise, you're pretty set, guys. That dividend check's pretty strong. So understand, like, there's times that you'll want to take less money, because you'd rather have an extra person hands on deck, because there's a time where time is more valuable than the money. If you're 26 years old, you need to make as much money as you can and stack as much paper as you can. Don't spend it. Okay. Quit trying to chase girls, chase the man. But I told you this fly's trying to get me. So Crystal, that's awesome. All right. Those are great numbers. Great numbers. All right, guys, I'm going to rock and roll. This thing's going to take 2 days. We're going to start today. I want you to apply this message, to not just sales, even though we're going to talk about sales, and I'm going to cover some of it fast, and then I'll pause when we get to some of the things. But if I teach martial arts, tomorrow we'll apply even some of this to the teaching on the floor. But there's branding, there's marketing, there's advertising. And then when we get to sales, there's selling the product or the service, and then we have the close, right? Those are kind of the terminologies we need to understand. And then teaching, this works the same way. If I'm teaching on the floor, I've got to sell the kid and the parent, because the kid's got to love martial arts. If he doesn't love martial arts, if he doesn't love learning, if he doesn't learn growth, if he doesn't love to learn these things, it's because I'm not teaching, right? I'm just instructing. I'm not coaching someone, all right? So we're going to apply this to multiple phases, and I want you guys to take notes as we go through this. And so make sure, when you guys see my screen in a minute. Boom. Can everybody see this? I'm hoping this works the way I wanted it to. So
Yes, sir.
I got somebody else trying to join here in a minute. Might not work exactly the way I wanted to. Let me get everybody logged in here. If not, I'll ad-lib this thing. So I think I know what I have to do to make it work. All right, I'm getting the last few people in here. I'm gonna have to stop one thing to make the other one work. All right.